God, my place is such a catastrophic mess. Just ignore it. What the fork? When did you get here? I've been here literally the entire time you have. But who are you? I'm like that voice in the back of your head that encourages you to be unhealthy. Think of me as a personification of your mental illness, or your subconscious, or evil Luna. You mean like that meme from 4 years ago? No, not like that meme from 4 years ago. I'm wearing purple. Okay, but why do you think I shouldn't clean up this mess? Why would you clean this mess that's making your depression worse when you could rewatch shows on Netflix that you've seen dozens of times? Pass the popcorn. Hi everyone, I'm Luna. Welcome to the Lunarium. Sorry if my voice sounds hoarse during this video. I've been protesting most nights and my voice is pretty shot. So sorry about that. Today we're going to be talking about the impossible task, which is something that was introduced by author M. Molly Bax on Twitter in 2018. The impossible task is something that seems like a task that should be easy, but for whatever reason feels impossible. The impossible task is normally discussed in the context of people living with depression, anxiety, or ADHD. I think the impossible task is something that neurotypical people or people who don't suffer from mental illness might have a really hard time understanding. After all, even I, as someone who frequently feels like I have impossible tasks, I don't really understand it. Basically, what happens is there's something I know I need to do, and I know that doing it will benefit me. I know that doing it isn't even that hard and just needs to be done, but for whatever reason, it feels impossible. And then that thing starts like looming in the back of your mind constantly. Oh, I really, really need to do X, but I can't. And then all of this guilt and shame starts coming up. I think I'm going to stop talking about hypotheticals and give you an actual concrete example. So a couple weeks ago, my mental health started declining. I've been really impacted by current events, and also I was having some trouble with my meds, and these things combined to make me have my emotional status quo fall. So one thing that happened was cleaning my cat's litter box started to feel impossible. I knew that I needed to clean her litter box. I know that that is something that I need to do as a cat parent. Sorry for all the people who hate when people talk about their pets as their children. I knew that as a cat mom, that is my responsibility, that I need to take care of her. But it just felt so impossible. And it had been, so many days that cleaning the litter box felt like it would just be this enormous task. And so it felt impossible. And so I just put it off. And this went on for several days until I realized that Tonks, my cat, had peed on my couch. And I knew that the reason was because I wasn't cleaning her litter box enough. So, because cats like things to be clean, she went in a place that felt more clean. But I still felt like cleaning the litter box was just beyond me. And so then I felt so disgusted with myself that I was being such a bad cat parent, that I wasn't taking care of myself, that something that is so easy that I've done 100 times felt so difficult. It's like all of this guilt and shame and anger at myself just combined to make cleaning the litter box feel even more impossible. So I did nothing, except now the impossible task was also taking care of the couch because that had been soaked in cat urine in one spot. And I didn't know what to do about it because it wasn't just the cushions, it was like the arms. So I did nothing. And then the next day, she had peed on another part of the couch. And then the next day, another part of the couch. And basically, she then started treating the couch as her toilet because I hadn't cleaned the litter box. Obviously, the solution to all of this is simple. Clean the litter box, clean the couch. But those things felt impossible. So my impossible task caused other problems that then became impossible tasks. And then when you start going down that road, it's like Sisyphus, where you're constantly pushing the boulder up to the top and then it falls back and you just have to keep going and going and going. It's like you get caught in this self-fulfilling prophecy of impossible tasks. The thing is, I really do know that from the outside, it sounds so simple. And I knew that at the time. That's what's so hard about living with impossible tasks, is even though it feels impossible, you know that it's not. But when your anxiety or depression or ADHD flares up, all of this negative emotion comes up with this thing and it literally feels impossible. I basically have like 20 impossible tasks. I don't know, it's probably like 50 going on in my life right now. You know that shot at the beginning where I showed my messy place? That wasn't just for the bit. My place is really that messy and it really does affect my mental health and I really do want to do something about it. And it just, now that I've let it get to this place, it's so daunting. I don't even know where to start. There's just like literally everything in my place is a disaster. So then, that one little task, which like a week ago was just like pick up garbage. Now it's like pick up garbage, do multiple loads of dishes, do multiple loads of laundry, clean up cat urine in miscellaneous places, clean the litter box, vacuum, just all of it. You know what cleaning is. The thing about impossible tasks, though, is that ultimately you just have to get down to business and do it. The thing about impossible tasks is that they will only get worse the longer that you put it off. And I think most people who suffer from impossible tasks know that as well. They know that putting it off isn't helping them and is making it worse. And that's part of why it causes all of this anxiety and depression. But regardless, the thing that feels impossible is possible and needs to be done. So here are some tips for how you can overcome the sense of powerlessness when you are faced with an impossible task. One thing to do is to break it up into pieces. Doing a little bit is better than nothing at all. So right now, it feels beyond me to clean my entire place because that's multiple days worth of work. But I can do little chunks of it. Another thing you can do is you can reach out to a friend or a loved one and ask them to keep you company while you do that task. I'm someone who has a really hard time keeping myself accountable, but when I know that other people are going to judge me for something, I'm much more likely to take care of it. So, in normal times, I would say if your impossible task is cleaning your place, invite people over. Because for me, that means that I'm going to have this external pressure to clean my place so that people won't realize how bad my depression has been and how disgusting I normally live. I am aware that I just put that on the internet, a view of my place at its pretty much worst. Maybe that was a bad call. Since COVID makes it difficult to invite people over, you can have an online gathering where you're having a video chat with someone. You can call a friend and ask them to FaceTime you as you clean. Basically, just have someone there to both keep you company and to hold you accountable. I think most people would be happy to do whatever they can to help you, especially if it's something as effortless as just keeping you company while you take care of whatever it is that you need to do. Something else you can do is you can post about your struggles with a task online. That way you know that you're not alone. Like right now, I feel like the world's worst adult. Like no one else can be struggling with cleaning their home as much as I am right now. But I'm pretty sure that's not true. I know that a lot of people live with mental illness, and I'm pretty sure other people feel like their mental illness interferes with day-to-day tasks. I really do believe that shame is such a deterrent to getting help. That's why another thing that you can do is you can try to accept where you're at. I think one of the things that trips me up a lot is this sense that like I should be able to do this. I should be able to take a shower every day. I should be able to clean my cat's litter box every day. I should be able to keep my place clean, on and on and on and on. But that should word doesn't actually help. It's just a way of like hurting yourself mentally. It's just self-shame. Instead of saying, I should, try to say, right now, I am doing the best that I can. I know that for me, I really have tried not to adopt that philosophy because I've had this fear that if I accept that I'm doing the best that I can, it means that I'll never grow. It means that I'll always struggle with these things. But that's not true. And in fact, that should word actually prevents me from healing and adopting positive change. I spend so much time saying I should be better that I don't, work on forgiving myself and healing and learning how to do things in a way that I can actually handle. So if you are struggling to do something, don't say, I should be able to do that. Say, I'm struggling to do that thing, and that's okay. This is where I'm at, and I'm doing the best that I can. Finally, I wanted to say that another thing you can do when you're struggling with an impossible task is a concept from DBT called opposite action. Basically, it's when you have something that you feel like you can't do and you just do it. So it feels like you can't take a shower and you just say, it doesn't matter that it feels impossible, I'm just going to do it. This is something that not everyone is going to be able to do all the time. I can't do it all the time. But try it with something, especially with those things that need to happen, like showering or taking care of your kids or your pets or yourself. Really try and just say, I know it feels impossible, but I am just going to do it. I am not going to let myself give up. I do want to say that I totally understand that sometimes that is not possible and that's okay too. I also want to encourage people watching who don't live with mental illness or who are neurotypical not to shame people who are struggling with, adulting. Everyone's at different places and everyone's just doing the best that they can. It doesn't help to have that should come from outside. Basically, what I'm trying to say is let people figure themselves out, offer your support, but try not to judge. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to go and clean my place. Really, I'm going to try. Let me know in the comments if you struggle with impossible tasks, and if so, what they are. Or if you have any feedback. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Please like and subscribe for more mental health related content. Please take care of yourselves. Until next time, bye.